Hi there, classmates. Just wanted to give my take on some of the questions that were asked regarding solution-focused behavioral therapy or narrative therapy. And the first thing being the similarities and then the differences. Similarities being that it empowers us to then ask clients about their lives so that they become the experts as we come alongside them to work to find that healing or those breakthroughs. Being able to seek new meaning for the client, reshaping their current state to what they've projected as a desire. It really brings that present focused mindset to the forefront with implementation of miracle questions, scaling, really focusing on the present and how we can reshape and change towards the future. Some of the differences between the two is that narrative therapy, in unpacking the story, takes a little bit more time compared to solution focused, which is very much so now in the present moment, looking at how we can identify an actionable steps of action, something actionable towards a solution. Some of the strengths of solution focused therapy is the past is downplayed, and that can be a strength as we're focused in the here and now, but it can also be a weakness at the same time where the past isn't broken open using other therapeutic techniques. Part of the strengths of this solution focused is it does compress the timeline for a client so that they're able to achieve actionable results in a quicker period of time versus using an alternative therapy. Narrative therapy also compresses the timeline, but does allow for unpacking the story at the client's, at the client's discretion, at their timeline, by listening with an open mind to allow for the freedom to, vent, but also work through the issue that they're presenting. Some of the ways that solution-focused therapy is compatible with Christianity is it allows for us to focus on an aim, a goal. Just as the Apostle Paul mentions having that focus or that goal, and that goal of heaven as we reach for it, it keeps everything in the present at mind, that God can use everything from the past and bring it to full completion, just as Romans 8:28 says, for good right here and right now. And with narrative therapy, it allows being able to take apart the story, but also, just as it mentions in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, cast down those strongholds, be able to disrupt a person's pattern of thinking because they've identified themselves that there's an issue, and then being able to work through that issue so that there is a positive mindset or spin put on where they're going with their progress. So I think ultimately TAN brings the perspective that we as Christian counselors are there to help facilitate someone's deeper Christ-likeness as we bring to the surface the ability to use scriptural tools and therapeutic tools to be conformed more to His image. Being able to measure these outcomes, I think solution focused, from what I've read and experienced, allows for people to reach actionable goals in a shorter period of time, and narrative therapy in a similar vein of thought, so that something more tangible can be produced in the client's life, as well as through empirical analysis of what actually has changed. More of a quantitative data versus the qualitative, although both are important. So these are some of my thoughts as I've overviewed solution-focused behavioral therapy and narrative therapy. Thanks so much for your time.